need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence to let them in, talk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie so they overlook me. Then I double up again, none of their knows, none of them cold. They just got lucky but never adapted, so I'm to the one if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close, I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke, I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now they ain't go harder than me, they need a blade in a sheath, a shank in a piece, a crate full of heat, an army, a fleet, a tank and a jeep, a navy at sea, where they submarine, an ace up their sleeve, a team of marines, a freak on a leash, a beast with an appetite, razor for teeth, and still they would lay at my feet. Boy, you got the wrong one. I gotta look over all of my publishing statements for Q1 as soon as the song's done. I gotta call up my mama and tell her I made it as soon as my log's done. I gotta read all my trade publications and sip my tea till it is all done. I think it's all fun. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence to let them in, talk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie so they overlook me. Then I double up again, none of their knows, none of them cold. They just got lucky but never adapted, so I'm to the one if it's coming to blows.
Hey, I'll be hanging with the boys, man. They're part of the team. Part of the team, man. Gotta tell you, part of the team.
Welcome to Tampa Bay. We fuck them up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seize the day. The crew's ready.
What is up, Bucs fans? You're watching the Loose Cannons. I'm your boy Sam. We're hanging out with my boys Poppy Latte and Stanker, and of course the pride and joy of Orangeburg, South Carolina, the East Tennessee legend, NFL Pro Bowler, 1999 NFL interceptions leader, Buccaneers legend, Bucs Pro Bowler, guys. All right, future Bucs Ring of Honor inductee, and most importantly, Loose Cannons Hall of Fame member, the one, the only, the Iceman, Donnie Abraham. Welcome back to the show, Donnie. How you doing?
I'm back. What's up, guys?
Look,
Hey.
Donnie didn't cancel us, bro. He came on.
He's
here.
Of course, I'm not gonna cancel you guys. Now, Sammy, you missed one thing in the intro.
Oh.
Future USF head coach.
Oh, you're right.
Shit, what?
I missed
What?
that. You're right. Me and Donnie, we got a campaign going on. We're gonna get him the head coaching
Exactly.
job. We're gonna get him the head coaching job at USF.
deserves
That needs to happen.
Needs
You
to happen.
got to claim it. You got to claim it. So I'm claiming it.
Putting it
Why
out
hasn't
there.
that already happened, bro?
That just makes too much sense.
Way too
Yeah.
much fucking sense.
You guys want to be on the
You know what else
campaign?
makes sense? Huh? You know what else makes sense? Tom Brady fucking sucked on Thursday. Okay?
Thank you.
And I don't
Thank
give
you.
a
Whoa,
fuck what everybody
whoa!
says.
You can't say that.
You can
You
clip that shit. I
can't
don't care.
say
Listen,
that.
listen. Nobody's saying, well, excuse me, I'll speak for myself. These two idiots can speak for themselves. Nobody's saying that it is all Tom Brady's fault, right? But Tom Brady's not above criticism. And he played like shit. We talked about it on fucking Friday on the damn Spaces. We talked about it, and everybody remembers. And all of a sudden, just if it gets further away, people forget, right? The fucking two grotesque underthrows. The disgusting throw to fucking Kyle Rudolph in the end zone. What was that? I mean, the fucking pass interference to Scotty Miller, right? Grotesquely underthrown. The fucking hold on Mike Evans in the end zone. Everybody's like, "Yay, we got the penalty." If he just throws a lollipop, it's a touchdown.
Yes.
So what are we talking about here?
Hey,
I know everybody's
forget.
charged up because 45 was worse. He wasn't even trying. At least 12 was trying, and he's not devoid of of criticism. But Tom Brady played like shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't
Maybe it's
forget.
45.
Don't forget. 2 plays before the guy even touches him, Mike Evans is open, and instead of taking the extra second to throw the ball, he says, "You know what? I don't want to get hit at the end of this throw, so I'm just going to go ahead and curl up into a ball and take a sack."
Michael's
Sorry,
over the top. Yeah.
not going to pretend that didn't happen. Donnie, Thursday Night Football was a story of 2 halves. First half, defense comes out, holds this team that is a momentum rushing team, a power football team, to negative rushing yards. We hold them to 3 fucking points. We keep them out of the end zone. We block a field goal right before the half. Like, we're rolling. We got energy. We overcome a bullshit fucking punt fumble. We're rolling. We got energy. We got momentum. Like, we're like, oh shit, this team woke up. We fucking figured it out. I looked down at my 9-year-old and said, "We're gonna beat the Ravens." He said, "Dad, we're gonna beat the fucking Ravens." And then the second half came around, and the complete opposite happened. Inexcusable for the defense to give up 250 yards. We were on the field forever. Offense didn't do shit. I mean, Donnie, what the I say this every week, it seems. What the fuck happened? Why was the second half such a different script than the first? And Tom Brady sucked. Yes, Tom Brady also sucked. Don't forget that part.
I can't, bro. I'm sorry, Donnie. I can't. I'm looking at the chat, bro. And listen.
By the way,
you guys-
I know what happened. By the way, go continue. I'm gonna let Donnie say what he says, but I know what happened. I know what happened. No, I know what happened.
I can't stop laughing, bro. And Donnie, I'll let you get to why this shit happened. But listen, y'all can't hurt me. Can't fucking hurt me, okay? I lived through 5 years of Jameis Winston, so you guys come with all excuses. It's the O-line. It's the run game. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da. He played like shit. Okay? The O-line protected pretty damn well. Leverett was a fucking upgrade.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Yeah,
They didn't run the ball. You're right there. But I've heard it all. The O-line didn't protect. They did one. The run game. What the run game had to do with him underthrowing.
I don't know.
Disgustingly underthrowing Scotty Miller and Mike Evans, and then the stupid passing in the end zone of Mike Evans that should have been a touchdown, and the Kyle Rudolph one.
We're gonna let Donnie answer, but when have we ever had a run game during the Tom Brady era?
Never.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Even if you could run the ball for 1,000,000 yards, if the play is a passing play, why does it matter at all?
Let fucking Donnie
Go
answer.
ahead, Donnie. So sorry. I don't even know what I asked you. What the fuck is going on, man?
Hey, listen, it all works together. You got 3 phases of a team. You got offense, defense, special team. If 2 of those 3 phases not working, you're gonna have problems. You got issues. So you said that the time of possession. Anybody know the time of possession?
Yeah, it was 38 to like 21. We got our asses whooped on time.
It was
So
lopsided.
So for the Bucs defense, yes, you come out with energy. You play well, turnover, punt return, turnover, holding the 3 points. You got the energy going. Offense, came out clicking. They looked like the old Tom and offense of old. And then it turns. And one thing you got to realize is Lamar Jackson he's a one of one.
Unicorn.
Like, you chase him around the whole game, and with the time of possession being so lopsided, you're going to give up some plays defensively. I mean, he is a beast, and their power run game, along with him being a +1 in the run game as a quarterback, is tough on the defense. The defense held tough first half, but again, if you don't have an offense that's pulling their weight, then now the defense stays on the field longer. Now all of a sudden that gorilla jump on your back, and you get tired of chasing this guy around and having to run into big linemen because they play power football. So defensively they got worn out.
You mean run into or go for a ride? Because I saw some people going for rides, Donnie. Some people going for little Busch Gardens ride.
Run into happens first, and then the ride takes over.
Okay. It's like
then the ride takes over. So you can see a defense just physically exhausted at the end, the second half, and when it gets to that point, the big saying is fatigue makes a coward out of you.
Mm.
If you haven't been in that position,
Sammer has,
and you haven't felt that before, then you don't know what I mean when I say that. But fatigue can make a coward out of anybody.
We definitely. So you're saying, Donnie, is that Devin White is a coward?
he's a coward.
Coward.
No,
That's what I heard too.
That's
I
what
didn't say
heard.
that.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard take the C off his chest. That's what I heard.
Maybe,
No,
maybe
no.
the C is the C for coward. Is that what it is? C for coward. Devin White wears the C for coward. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Hey, you're gonna get loose cannons blocked now, bro. Devin's out there blocking people.
So Donnie, with what you said, honestly, I know it's like inexcusable, obviously, to give up 250 rushing yards in a half, all right? Let alone a game. So is it the defense's fault what happened that night? To an extent, obviously, they aren't without criticism. Obviously, Devin's got to make plays. He's got to hustle. There's got to be more effort. But when you put them out on the field over and over and over and over again, to an extent, is the game kind of basically on the offenses in terms of like the who's at fault here, because they kind of hung them out to dry. You played Dungy ball. You've been there before where you just have to keep going out there and be absolutely perfect. But there's also times when you guys gone out there and it just has not looked good in the fourth quarter or in the third quarter when you guys just get worn down. Who do you blame that loss on more? The defense, or is it the offense because of them not carrying their weight?
Well, it's kind of both. I mean, as a defense, you have to have the will to keep going. You know, even when you're fatigued and tired, you got to have that will to just keep pushing through the wall and running through the wall and keep going. So partly is on the defense as well. And then when you look at the offense side of the ball, everything works hand in hand. The offense has to sustain drives in order to give your defense a chance to rest. And if they don't do that and the defense keeps going out on the field, guess what's going to happen? Eventually, the big plays are going to start happening, and eventually the fatigue is going to kick in. And once the fatigue kicks in, again, fatigue makes a coward out of anyone.
Hey, Donnie.
Anybody.
Quick question for you. What was your halftime ritual? Because it's like they came out of the locker room dead. It wasn't, they had a rest. We blocked the field goal. We went to the half. We came out on offense, we had the first possession on offense, went 3 out, and the defense it was just over with from that point. Did you eat a box of Krispy Kremes at halftime? Because I feel like that's what these guys are doing. They're going in the locker room. They're eating a whole entire Publix sub, some Krispy Kremes, all that kind of stuff.
Well, you gotta look at it as
something wrong? Something going on?
When you talk, it's like we're talking to Ray Charles.
That's right.
You got to look at it as how much damage was done in the first half to the defense. Even though the defense played well, how many miles did they put on the car in that first half? So if they put
they were forced in 3 and outs, Donnie. They were rested.
Yeah, but how many times, what he's saying is how many times did the offense go 3 and out and put the defense back out there? By the way, the very opening fucking possession, we got 3 and out, and then no complimentary football because our stupid special teams puts them right back on the field.
And see, things like that add up, going through the game. So halftime ritual, to the naked eye, you want to say, okay, halftime, you get a 15-minute break. You should be fresh when you come back out. Well, that ain't so. You just played 30 minutes of a football game. You just had 50 car crashes head on head with each other. Is no such thing as coming out fresh. Now you can try to do things like you said, Sting. You can try to eat fruit. You can try to do some things, the energy packs. You can do all those things, but again, you just played 30 minutes of a high intense game. There is no fresh. There is no fresh like the beginning of the game. That doesn't happen. So what you try to do, I know one thing for me, you say, what was your halftime ritual? Well, I used to always try to calm myself down and reset pretty much, almost like it's the start of the game again. Because, you can go into halftime and be too hyped, and next thing you know, you can zap all your energy for the second half. So me personally, I used to go in and just try to woosah and try to reset, try to calm down, like it was going to be the beginning of the game again, because what you did in the first half, you can't worry about it. It's a new game for the second half. It's a new 30 minutes. So you could play great in that first half, but you got to realize if you play great, you got to come back out and you got to duplicate that. If you played bad in the first half, you got to come back out and you got to try to fix that. So for Tampa's defense, they should have had the mindset of coming out, okay, we got to duplicate what we did in the first half. Our offense should have been, you know what? We got to fix what we didn't do in the first half and get better. So halftime is like a reset. Calm down, reset, don't zap your energy, come back out and finish the game.
Donnie's got the answer, man. Power naps. He's got to take a fucking power nap at halftime.
Hey,
We take a little power nap, good to go, come out fresh. Beautiful. It's amazing what power naps will do. Donnie, you're a defensive guy, right? You played for a defensive coach. You know what I'm saying? It's defense. Certain amount of pride on defense. We saw a video from 99. We saw what he said. Donnie, what are your thoughts? Because Bucs Nation is losing their proverbial I didn't even say that right. Proverbial minds.
When Stank is correcting you,
Because
there's something going on.
I have too much exposure to Stank. But listen, Bucs Nation is losing their fucking proverbial minds right now on Twitter and everywhere, Donnie, because
Our fault.
Oh, shut up, dude. I'm in the middle of saying something.
Bro, I'm like a hype man. I'm like here commenting.
Poppy screen, bro.
You were on Poppy screen.
You're a defensive guy, right? Right, Donnie? You're a defensive guy. You play for a defensive coach. Certain amount of pride on defense. I mean, Brooks said it. Sapp said it, right? We all heard it. In that era, they didn't hold the offense accountable. But the defense, they held them fucking accountable. And it was like, this shit ain't fair. So when you see Bowles and White, Bucs fan losing their minds, and he's like, it's okay. I'll allow Devin White to loaf on that play. I saw it because he was tired. That's not fucking acceptable, Donnie. You can't be the captain on this damn defense and be walking, and JTS and Logan Hall are running past you to make the play. What, Donnie? Where's the accountability, man? It's a defensive head coach. What?
I mean, I
don't no words.
No words.
Listen,
no words. How does the guy? How does he get away with that?
I get it. So my question is, if we're grading his film, how many lows did he have total for the game?
Sapp pointed out 2 egregious ones.
I was texting Sapp earlier today, and he said,
don't flex, don't name drop, you piece of shit. Don't name drop.
Listen, he had 6 to 8 different clips that he sent me a screenshot of his gallery. He had 6 to 8 clips that he has. He's like, that's not all of it, dude. There's more. Right. And so
now
it's a Thursday night game too. There's a Thursday night game element into it too, also, Donnie.
Sammer, and Donnie, forgive me. It wasn't just the loafing. You saw what Sapp pointed out too. Like, I know the coaches aren't teaching it wrong, Donnie, and you got to get outside and spill them back in. You got Levante on the inside. Like, what is he doing, bro? He looks lost.
Again, fatigue makes a coward out of you. His job on that play was to hammer or contain the play, turn it back in. But when you're tired, you're going to say to yourself mentally, I'm not going to run all the way out there. I'm going to just try to stop here and go back door and make the play. And that's the wrong thing to do. But fatigue messes you up mentally and physically. Guys, when you get tired and you at that point, I mean, the normal people in the stands probably don't understand that. But fatigue would make a coward out of you, and it would make you make decisions that you know you shouldn't make. And that's what happened. Like you said, Sam, a Thursday night game. Just played Sunday. Thursday night game. Still no excuse. Still no excuse, because if you're a captain, you got to try to push to the wall. You got to try to go until you pass out, pretty much.
I would never see 55 doing what he did, Donnie. I'm sorry. And the question was, how do you feel about Bowles defending him?
I can say this. 100% of the players that played in the NFL have at one time loafed. I guarantee that.
Donnie, you loafed.
100% of the players that played in the NFL
Iceman
has loafed.
I never saw Iceman loaf.
Does that mean you too, Donnie?
I never saw Donnie Abraham loaf. I never saw Donnie loaf. Not
I never loafed.
Okay, there it is. All right.
I remember seeing Fat Sapp loaf a little bit too. When he was big and juicy, he was loafing.
That was Fat Sapp. That was Fat Sapp.
Every player, I'm telling you, 100% of the players who played in the history of the NFL, you can go get some film and you can see a guy loafing. Now, that doesn't excuse that. It doesn't excuse that. Normally, you like to try to keep your lows to a minimum, but they are going to happen. They will happen. I guarantee and promise
here's
you,
the counterpoint, Donnie, in the
happen.
chat. Here's the counterpoint in the chat. If it was the fourth quarter I can see a loaf. That one play where it was egregious. It's a 10-10 game, Don. It's
That's
third and
what I
9.
would say.
Again,
39,
it's a
10-10
Thursday
game.
It's a Thursday
Third quarter.
game after a Sunday. Your body hasn't fully recovered yet. So it doesn't matter if it was.
No, Donnie, I want to see blood. Fuck that. Fuck 45.
You know what? Baltimore was playing on a Thursday night too.
I'm gonna put the fire out.
But-
the fire is going.
But Donnie, listen, it was 3rd and 9. They just scored and made it 10-10. So the momentum is starting to shift. It's 3rd and 9. You clean that play up like I know you have heard a million times in that freaking film room. Clean up. He gets there and forces that to a field goal. You know as well as I do, a 3-point field goal versus a touchdown when momentum is not on your side is fucking huge. It's not just on the scoreboard huge. It's
Not when
huge
momentum
for
is on
everything.
your side, Sammer. When it's
Anytime
like a
it's
monumental fucking effort, like a fucking miracle,
Okay,
and your
so-
offense
so-
can score a
that-
touchdown.
so
Well, I know, but what I'm saying though, Sapp may have loafed, but I guarantee you Sapp didn't loaf on a tie game early in the 3rd quarter.
Wait a minute.
Donnie's taking bodies tonight. First he
Hey.
called Devin White a coward.
Listen.
Now he's saying Sapp loafed.
Listen,
What the
everybody, 100% of the players in this league, in the history of the league, at one point in time has low momentum or Tom getting a divorce. None of that matters. When fatigue jumps on you, you are a coward. When fatigue jumps on you, you are a coward.
Yeah, but Donnie, this team doesn't get fatigued. They're all in the TB12 method. It's not supposed to happen. They're all eating avocado ice cream. They're all like in the best shape they can possibly be in. And
Maybe he didn't loaf. Maybe he's just bored.
Oh yeah, could have been bored. 3rd and 9,
Could've been.
He could've
boring
been
pass
bored.
play.
that being said, I still don't put it on the defense. It's all to me. It's all
it's still
on
not
the
on the
fucking.
defense.
I just said it, Stank, because I said, imagine that defense, right? That feeling you got. You're tired, like Donnie says. You're playing on 4 days rest. You're exhausted, and you're like, man, if we give up a fucking touchdown, it's gonna take a monumental fucking miracle, a moving of the Titanic from the bottom of the ocean back up, for us to score a fucking touchdown. Because that's what it feels like every time we fucking have a drive.
Right. Listen, to me,
It
the
looks like a
first
fucking
half-
miracle. Used to be easy. I don't know what the fuck
Right.
happened.
It's hard.
Right. To me, the first half, we should have been up like a lot of points. Because we had Baltimore's offense, they were reeling. Lamar wasn't playing. I mean, he wasn't making plays. Bucs defense was shutting them down. If our offense was clicking on all cylinders, we would have been up so far in this game that they wouldn't have been able to come back in the second half.
That's what I was going to say. That point in the 3rd quarter should not have even have happened because in the first half, we gave that offense multiple chances to score, and they should have been up 24, 27-3 at halftime. At that point, the game is out of control, and the other team is not trying to pound it down your fucking throat. They're not trying to play their game, and that team operates on one thing, keeping it close so that they can continue to run the ball, play RPO, let the defense have to make decisions on the boundary. All that stuff plays into their hands when the game is a 1-score game, let alone a tie game. And we fucked it all up. We fucked it all up by letting them keep it close because then they can pound you and then compound that with the fact that we couldn't even get a first down. And now we're throwing the defense back out there to go get hammered by these big offensive linemen. Even if they're rookies, I don't give a fuck. And yeah, hashtag take a ride 45 happened. But like, I just cannot put it all on defense because of the fact that we shouldn't have even been in that position. And that's what made me so mad. And you know what? Tom Brady is part of that problem. Divorce or not, we should have scored 3 touchdowns in that first half.
Hey, Sammer, how's Pittsburgh defense looked after since we played them?
They're garbage. Absolute garbage.
What about Carolina's defense? How
Garbage.
Right now?
Oh, they put up like 30-something points to the Falcons who can't pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who we face, and I don't think the Ravens defense is that good either. It's we got big problems. We haven't even really been facing formidable defenses.
Oh no.
I think it's bigger than we think.
Oh, we haven't seen. Oh, we're going. Whew, no, it's.
And the Rams aren't playing well right now, but they can play defense.
They can come in here and wallop up the fuck out of us.
Unless you're creative, then they can't do much.
But I mean, it's what Sam was saying. The Ravens went in the locker room. They're looking up. They're like, "How the fuck are we tied 10-10?
Right.
We're gonna pound this fucking rock right down their fucking throats." And it's a wrap. How is this game 10-10? Like, we're
and
lucky.
they even said that. They even said that coming out of halftime. The OC can stick to the game plan of pounding the ball because the score is 10-10. You know, you get them down, and now they got to throw the ball more. I know Lamar is spectacular running around, but guess what? It's hard for the offensive lineman to do: backpedal. And if they got to throw the ball the whole game, they're retreating the whole game. You know, so but now they don't have to do that because it's a 10-10 game. Now they can fire up the ball and just punish people. You know,
give people magic carpet rides. Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
I like that though. Fatigue makes a coward out of anyone. That's gonna be a great shirt. We can have your face on it. I'm sending you.
Why not your face? We saw you crumble.
It's not my quote. That's why.
My heart rate. It's my heart rate,
dude.
You already know.
Go back to y'all workout.
I can't get my heart rate now.
Go back
I
to
can't get my heart rate now.
But you know what? I didn't have
quit
a
either.
C.
Y'all saw the video. I
didn't have a C on my chest, so it doesn't matter.
I was last man standing.
What the fuck? What are you talking about? I was standing right next to you, bitch.
Okay.
What?
Well,
Me and you were the oldest.
We were the last
man.
Me and
you were the oldest, and me and you did not throw up.
I'm 17 years older than Sam, and I was still
Donnie. Listen, Donnie. At what point does resentment start to happen between these two units in this?
No, stop the show. Stop the show. Stop it, Donnie. Donnie, stop right there, because we're fucking 32 minutes into the show, and it is blasphemy. Donnie, sit back for a second, because we're going to go on a little tangent for about 5 minutes. It is blasphemy that we have been on this fucking show for 32 minutes, and we haven't fucking pointed out that the real problem is we didn't have a Big Johnson in the slot. And Big Johnson is back in the motherfucking slot, baby.
Everybody's shitting on Jason Light for not making a trade.
But cannabis. We got, Johnson in the motherfucker.
Johnson's back, bro.
He's back, bro.
Johnson in the slot.
Stammer.
We've been missing a Big Johnson. Tom Brady's just shriveled up, went away with the divorce. It's not there anymore. But now we got the Johnson back in the locker room. No offense, Fred Johnson. I love you, man. You're gonna pound Stank's face in, so I love you even more.
No, we cut that Johnson. He's done.
Fred's
gone. Hey, Fred. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
Wow. That's fucked up, man.
Fuck you, Fred.
That's fucked up. That's a man's job, man.
That's fucked up, bro.
Well, come on, man. This guy's making money for his fucking family. You're a piece of shit, Stank.
You are a piece of shit.
But we got
the views and thoughts of Stank do not represent mine and Sammers at all.
I like.
Fred, we love you, man. We'll catch on somewhere.
We're gonna give Fred a show. Him and Stank, the Stank and Fred show. Stank and Johnson.
Hey, the ghost just said it. Oh, baby, we needed that slot filled. We needed a slot filled.
We did.
He's not afraid to go up the middle, get dirty, pound it up in there. Johnson's back. We're good. The season is saved.
I would not be surprised if Tom Brady came out there looking like he was 42 years old. All right, see that. But
see what you did.
All right, Johnson in the slot. He's gonna be. We can see Johnson all over the field. This is what we needed, Stank. It's time.
I already said it. We'd be 8-0 right now had we had the Johnson we need. Listen, when you're in a tough spot, right? It's 3rd and 9, and you really need to convert, right? You need to put your stamp on it, right? You need somebody out of the flex. You need a Big Johnson, and now we've got our Johnson back. Hey, Lovie Smith just gave us the Johnson we always needed right back.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So get this too, in our division. I mean, we one game?
Well, one game out.
And we still play all the leaders in our division.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the road for the team.
Oh no, we're good. We're fine. We said Tom Brady sucked and he played like shit, but I wouldn't want anybody else under center. I mean, that motherfucker's like the Grim Reaper, Donnie. The Falcons are looking down like, oh shit, we can't lose a game.
Wait, hold up. Latte, there's some dude in the chat. There's some dude in the chat named Keith Johnson, and he says Johnson is the solution. Is not the solution. Stop acting like he's gonna fix the offense. The line sucks. Obviously, Keith Johnson ain't working with something. You know what I mean? Like, there's small Johnson, there's big Johnsons. We got our Big Johnson. We already know every time he's been on this roster, we've been either went to the Super Bowl or one play away from going to the championship game and then on to another Super Bowl.
Hammond SoCal says it best, man. This guy's overthinking it, man. Listen, a Johnson in the slot relieves frustration, bro.
It sure does.
That's simple.
Yeah.
Bro.
And our offense, it's been frustrated. It's gone weeks.
Hey.
It's been edging. It's gotten close. It just hasn't gotten
our offense
over.
Bust a load, bro.
The hump.
They might bust a load on the Rams. Can you imagine?
They need it.
Ah.
They
I
need
imagine
a
that all the
Johnson.
time, honestly.
They needed Johnson to cause an offensive explosion. You know, the kind that you got to change the sheets before you even go back to sleep. That kind of explosion, all right? That's what we need from the Johnson.
No, I need when you got to sleep on the couch. Too much.
Oh, like
mattress.
mattress replacement.
Get rid of it. You got to get rid of it.
Yes.
Wow. That is messy. I like that, though. That's like porn-style fucking Johnson explosion. I like that. I was going to say, listen, we're like Donnie was saying, though, if Tom Brady completes a couple passes and mans the fuck up, we probably win that game, and then we're not talking about any of this, are we? We're that close to clicking. As crazy as this fucking season has been with how shitty this offense and how we've looked like the Trent Dilfer-led Bucs, we are still this close with the talent that we have to just absolutely blow up and get it back on track.
I'm still shocked with the people in the chat. Like, some people really you just don't get it.
I'll take Johnson over Scotty and Perryman. Hell yeah, you will. Have you seen that man? He slithers in the tightest spots.
Y'all got sloppy Scotty Miller, slow Leonard Fournette, an inconsistent Mike Evans, an absent Chris Godwin. Y'all got more problems than Johnson issues.
No, Johnson, you don't get it, Keith. Keith doesn't get it. Keith doesn't get it.
Keith doesn't get it.
I'm sorry for your wife, Keith. Or, your significant other. Whoever it is. Clearly, you don't know how to use Johnson.
Don't know how to use Johnson, bro.
Donnie, any thoughts on this Johnson scenario situation?
The Johnson.
No, I think y'all covered it all. We don't went from the porn sheets to the changing the mattresses. I mean, I think we covered.
You know
Mr. Johnson is fine. Mr. Johnson is fine.
Wait. Does fatigue affect Johnson, you think?
Say it again.
Does fatigue affect Johnson?
Yeah, does fatigue affect Johnson, or is Johnson fatiguing me?
We're talking about Tyler Johnson here, people. Don't be all perverted. It's Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, what are y'all talking about?
Can your Johnson get fatigued?
Are we talking about a teenage Johnson or adult Johnson?
He's still like 25 years old. Yeah, he's
still
25. Then fatigue
I was about to say, it depends on the age.
Fatigue don't affect Johnson.
Donnie's making headlines, bro. Young Johnson not affected by fatigue. No cowardice in this bedroom, baby.
Hey, young Johnson ain't no coward now.
No, we gotta slap a C on that Johnson, baby.
Donnie, young Johnson knows how to move efficiently without wasting reps.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
you know what I mean?
You get a young tight C, you can smash the Johnson right through that C, bro.
Right through.
You know what this is right here? This is journalism right here.
This is A-grade journalism.
This is A-grade journalism. You're not gonna get this from any other source.
No other source.
Yeah.
You guys don't even understand. I mean, Donnie is just giving us gold too, man.
Hey.
Just inside information.
Donnie, how the fuck do we fix this? How does Tom Brady, how does this offense, how does the defense, how do we start to gel? How do we not, fuck up on the very first play of the game, with special teams? How do you fix this, Coach Donnie?
You just keep grinding
We need Jesus.
because what happens is
Jesus.
you just get out of the rut. You just get out of the rut. I mean, it's really no fix because they're doing everything they're supposed to be doing. They're practicing hard. They're making tweaks. They're doing this.
Tweaking.
Guys are doing extra conditioning after the game, after practice. They're doing everything they're supposed to be doing. You just will come out of it. You just snap out of it. And we all will know that because our conversations will be different on this.
Yeah, but sometimes you just don't have the horses, right, Donnie? And we just lost one of our best players, and nobody's really even talking about it. Shaq Barrett, done for the season. We already had a questionable pass rush, and now we lose our best pass rusher, and that's going to be hard to come back from because we don't have anybody that can fill his shoes. We just don't.
No, it's tough. Injuries. That's why injuries are part of the game, man. We still our secondary is still beat up as well too. I mean, we got a lot of injuries defensively, but for the most part, those guys are still competing. They're still getting 3 and outs. They're still going out there trying to do their job. I mean, everybody just needs to get on the same page, and all 3 phases need to step up. They need to man up. You say what do they need to do? I can't say cuss words, but they need to man up.
Man the fuck up, Donnie. Man the fuck up. I'll say it for you. Question, guys. You won the Super Bowl. What week did we lose Vita Vea? Wasn't it week 7? Week 8?
Yeah, it's a little bit different though what he does to what the rest of the guys do.
I understand, but he's still a huge piece of the fucking defense. You can't replace a Vita Vea. Period. You can't replace a Shaq. Period. I'm just saying. We lost him around this. It sucks we lost Shaq. I'm not saying he's going to come back or something. That wasn't why I asked the question. It's just we still found another way to produce pressure and make it work.
That was like week
By the
4.
way, that's why coaches get paid.
That was like week 4 or 5. It was way earlier than that.
I don't think it was week 4 or 5, dude.
I remember that game being really early.
No, because that was the get your head out of your fucking asses game, and Tom lost his shit, and then we went on a stupid run.
No, we didn't go on that run until after the Chiefs lost, man. That was an early game. I want to say 4 or 5, week 4 or 5. I was gonna say, Donnie, with Shaq gone, now they're kind of have to. Not that Nelson hasn't played well, and not that Carl Nassib hasn't had his moments, but does Todd Bowles now have to like really go into his playbook and start to get more creative, exotic, or is he not going to do that until all of his secondary guys are back and he can really do that? Or does he not have a choice at this point? He has to manufacture a pass rush now. We're not even blitzing all that much, and we don't really generate pressure even when we do blitz at times. Like, what do we do on defense now? We have not gotten better.
Well, good thing about a Todd Bowles defense is a plug and play. And what I mean by that is the scheme and the concepts are taught from day one. So, and pieces are interchangeable. So he doesn't necessarily have to get more creative. He just has to get those interchangeable parts and make them fit to where they can still apply pressure and be pretty aggressive defensively. So that's the good thing about his system. You know, it's a plug and play. I mean, you got, because some examples of it, when you got the 2 inside tackles and stuff, on some of the plays, they're line up at the ends, or you got 3 guys on one side, you know, so it's positions that are interchangeable. So, yes, losing Shaq is huge, but I think with the scheme and the defense and the flexibility that it has, I think he'll do a good job of putting some guys in different spots and still creating that same pressure.
But
it's not like if the old Bucs defense lost Simeon Rice, we'd be fucked because we just lined up 4 across Sapp, Simeon, which is going our best against your best. We're gonna make it work. Todd can get a little more
right.
I was gonna say it's week 8, Donnie, and you're saying plug and play and move guys here, move guys there, and they've been learning the scheme from day one. It's week 8, and we're still on tape lining up in wrong spots, filling in the wrong gaps, taking the wrong. The
fatigue makes cowards out of everyone.
No. First quarter against the Steelers, we're in the wrong position. We're taking the wrong run fits. Like, how is this? How are these mistakes still happening, Donnie? You talked about it a couple weeks ago. You're like, 10 guys could do the thing right, and then 1 guy could be out of place, and the whole play falls apart. Okay, it's week 8, Donnie. How the fuck is that still happening?
Again, like we talked about on the other show, it's just magnified now because they're not playing as good. Or they may not, you know what I'm saying? So mistakes are magnified, you know. So because I always try to bring the people in the stands back to reality a little bit. You know, when you're at work and say your job is to be on the keyboard and you're typing the computer and you're doing all this, when you make a mistake and hit the wrong letter, what do? You just backspace and replace it. Well, nobody's in your office yelling at you saying that you freaking suck because you missed the key.
If you work for me, that I'm right there, Donnie. You have no idea.
Camera's right over your shoulder.
You're not typing anything wrong.
I think what Donnie's trying. Listen, winning is a big deodorant, right? If he misses that key that Sammer pointed out, which he did blatantly in the Steelers game, but we go and do our job on offense, then it's not as magnified because we did our job. And you know what? If our offense did their job a little bit, then he might be able to get set loose and he can go make a play and get a sack, and then all of a sudden everybody forgets about the busted thing. We're just not playing. I hate to say it. It's the fucking second show I say it. It sounds gross coming out of my fucking mouth because I hate coach speak, but we're just not playing complimentary football.
Not only that, I think we're missing
pressing.
A guy like Whitehead out there. Keanu Neal is no Whitehead. We're missing Logan Ryan, and in the past when guys have escaped and gotten through the front 7. You had a guy like Whitehead right on the spot to clean it up. How many times was he there to save these big runs? And you just don't see that anymore. Winfield's in a different role, and he's playing all kinds of different fucking roles out there. And then you got, a young corner, in 27 who can't fucking tackle to save his life, or he's probably swimming right now in his head, so his mind's going one way and his body's going another. I think continuity has a lot to do with, what's going on defense as well.
Yeah, but
you know what else though, guys? I think it's the same thing.
I was going to add to his point. You got to question Devin White is a middle linebacker on this team. If we're struggling stopping the run, he has to be part of that equation that's missing or not doing his job.
Yeah, but he's never been a 10 tackle a game type guy anyway.
Doesn't matter. He's a middle linebacker on a team that's struggling stopping the run. I can't pretend that's not.
Sammer, I understand what you're saying, doing this magnified. Everybody's pissed off at 45, as we should be with everything we saw. It was pointed out last week.
Needs to clean it up too.
But listen,
all of them.
Dude, it's not. I'm not talking about Levante and all that, but specifically with 45, because you keep going there with the play call in the middle linebacker. Bro, we're seeing the same shit that we saw last year. Played horrible. It's just magnified now because every fucking misplay, we're not scoring points. Every misplay is like, fuck it, we can't climb out of this. But I was gonna say, because somebody pointed out in the chat, 4 weeks now, 4 or 5 weeks in a row with no turnovers on defense.
Yeah.
I think, like Bowles said, and it is true, and Donnie played defense, they come in bunches. What I'm hoping for is that the offense can get some touchdowns and they can come in bunches and they can just get it fucking rolling. I agree to a certain extent. They are in their fucking heads and they are edging. They need to just fucking just clear the chamber, bro. Just clear the chamber a little bit. Let one out. And then they start popping out easy. You know what I mean? Clear the fucking chamber, man. And they come in bunches. We got to get them off the mat.
Well, I heard Brady on his podcast yesterday say, he talked about losing momentum, like having losing momentum versus winning momentum. And right now, that's what this team has. Everything is coming difficult. He said he was watching the Eagles game, and it seemed like no matter what they tried to do, it's successful. And everybody's playing with so much confidence. They're brimming with confidence. And you don't see that. Like we talked about before, having a big dummy like Gronk in the huddle that just smiles at you and is like, and be like, everything's okay. The pressure is on, and they are folding under pressure.
Mike Evans said it. He dropped that touchdown a couple weeks ago, and the entire win came out. That's pressure. That's losing momentum. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stank, but that's how I interpret it, right? Like, that's that losing momentum the other way, where everything's just going wrong. You drop the touchdown, shit. We got a 3 and out, and all of a sudden the special teams is right back to the Ravens. Fuck. Tom makes a couple back throws, misses Rudolph. Fucking shit. We can't. It's just piling and piling and piling. It's like Wolf of Wall Street, right? High frequency numbers. They gotta clear the fucking chamber, bro.
It's like a jump shooter. It's like a jump shooter. You keep missing them and missing them. They get harder. You get harder, and eventually, when you start to make them, when you get that layup, a couple easy ones go in. That rim gets bigger, and now your confidence, you start rolling. I honestly believe if they can just win one game, especially if it's a good opponent like the Rams, a guy, team that's kind of been the monkey on our back for a little bit. If you can beat this team, you kind of get to take that deep breath. You get that confidence. You start to roll a little bit. And so I kind of lead that into asking Donnie, how important is it to have confidence as a team, as a unit, as a player? Like how much of that actually plays into even at the NFL level? It's not high school, and not college, but how important is that?
Question, bro? It's imperative. What the fuck?
So from a player's perspective, because I'm
Sammy, you brought basketball and the shooter in this, right? So I'm gonna lay it out for us right now.
Oh, here we go.
Our offense is the Ben Simmons of shooting.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Come on, Donnie.
Oh, we're fucked. Tell me Westbrook at least, because he can shoot stuff. You gotta get out of it, dude. Don't tell me.
I'm just saying.
Ben doesn't even shoot. Ben won't even shoot.
No matter what we try, no matter what we do or try, it doesn't seem to work. We talk about that losing momentum.
Damn, Donnie, you just kicked me in the nuts, bro.
I don't know.
But you know what? Y'all might be right. That might.
Ben Simmons doesn't even shoot to get out of the slump, Donnie. He just goes to the bench.
He runs away from the basket. Yeah. You're right. Never mind. Scratch
Westbrook,
that.
maybe.
Maybe Westbrook.
No, not even Westbrook. Scratch that.
Who are these people? I don't know any of these people.
All right, Sam. Let's rewind. Go back to your question.
Because that's important, Donnie. How important is it? I'm not talking about high school football, college football here, but how important is it at NFL level to have confidence in the locker room?
Kind of like a basketball player. You keep shooting.
It's very important.
Yeah, good point.
In anything you do, is important to have confidence, because when you have confidence, you take chances. When you take chances, you're successful. When you're successful, you win. So it's important to have confidence. When you don't have confidence, you won't take chances. Things we did during the Super Bowl run, we won't do now, because now we're afraid of the outcome or the consequence. If we don't make the play. Before we wouldn't even. If you got confidence, you don't even think about the outcome. You just go make the play.
Hey Donnie, even 12, even number 12.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Even number 12. So the thing with number 12 is, so this is the first time we're kind of seeing TB look normal. or I would say doesn't look itself. You got to have confidence not only in your profession and what you're doing, but you got to have confidence at home. And if one of those, if you don't have confidence in one of those areas, the other area will suffer. So right now, he may have confidence on the football field because he's a Hall of Fame player, but at home he doesn't have confidence, and then that confidence trickles into the field.
Hey, Donnie, Latinas are rough, bro. I mean, that's why sometimes, most of the time, that's why you see Stank's performance. Confidence ain't shit because she's like, shut the fuck up.
Listen, I get my ass whooped at home on the daily.
Right.
Listen, I want to address.
You need help, Stank.
It's time. It's time we address this for real. Okay, Jay Farrell in the chat says everybody's acting like Tom's a reason for the losses. Let's pump the brakes here. The guy has many more yards than anybody. Blah blah blah. One interception.
Thank you for the super chat. By the way.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. We are not blaming Tom Brady for everything, but he is a part of the problem. Yes. And some of you guys just can't admit that he's a part of the problem. He is not the problem, okay, but he deserves some fucking criticism. And for those who think it's all on Leftwich, I'm sorry, you're fucking wrong. Okay, you think what's more probable, that Leftwich is a big fucking disaster and that Brady's just living with it and just letting it happen? You think that that's actually going to happen? You think Tom is going to sit there and allow an offense that sucks and a game plan that sucks to even be in place on Sundays? Absolutely not. It's execution. It's everybody, including Tom Brady.
I had a beautiful clip. I had a beautiful clip that went viral, by the way. I have more views than Sammer's ever had in his life on Twitter. And I love to flex on that. I had a video of Tom Brady with Donnie because I love when people say that, right? It's all Leftwich, which we talked about in the spaces. If you guys were paying attention, there was a lot of beautiful play calls. There was some questionable shit, but that's been all 3 years, and we still end up with the top 5 offense. But there was a lot of beautiful play calls that he missed. One being the fucking Kyle Rudolph one. Listen, Tom is not going to sit back and say, Leftwich, just wreck the fucking car.
Whatever you want,
bro. Run it right into the fucking wall. The video that I have is Tom Brady literally looking back at the bench and telling Leftwich, fuck your stupid fucking play. Like, that guy, you think that guy is going to be like, yeah, Leftwich, it's cool, whatever. We'll just run this draw because you called it, and I think I can't do shit about it. Like, come on, people. Come the fuck on.
And to add to Stank's point, which was well articulated for first time in a long time from that guy, I will say, as much as
it's Twitter Spaces. We go live on Twitter sometimes, and it's just a conversation on Twitter. Be shook.
As much as we hammered Byron last week and the week before that, I'm sorry, but in that Ravens game, guys were open. So if guys are getting open, I can't look at the play caller and be like, you're a fucking idiot. Because, hey, his play just got someone open. Whether that's the player, whether that's a scheme, who gives a shit? I don't know the play. I'm never going to know what's going on in that huddle. But those guys were open. And if Tom Brady doesn't see him, I can give him some slack. But when he sees him and he throws it to their fucking feet, or if he throws it out of their reach on plays that should have been touchdowns, by the way, you can't pretend that you can't not criticize that. They can't go ignored.
Remember, don't say that, bro. People still don't get it, bro. Brian Shaw, according to the chat, is making great sense because a 45-year-old can't carry a team.
It doesn't matter.
Play better, and the running game needs to play better. It's not the fucking point.
He's got open guys.
If you draw something up and he's open, you got to hit it. If you're fucking 45 or you're 40, it has nothing to do with the running game. Jesus Christ.
This is not
trying to explain simple mathematics to fucking guy. I don't get it.
This is not Trent Dilfer.
Hit him. That's nothing to do with the running game.
This is not Trent Dilfer.
Nobody's asking him to carry the team. I'm asking you to complete a 12-yard pass in the freaking red zone to Kyle Rudolph, who's wide open. That's not carrying the team.
No. And to Jay Farrell's fucking little interceptions comment. You know what, dude? It's not hard to lead the league with only one interception if you're not taking any fucking chances. No offense. But BA's actual system forces you to fucking throw picks sometimes. It has to be done as part of the fucking game. There's high risk, high reward. Look at Tom's play. He's not taking those risks. He's tucking the ball. He's making sure he doesn't get hit. He's throwing the ball at guys' feet. He's throwing the ball quickly to the dump-off route. I mean, Donnie, how easy is it to defend a team that's going to throw to Leonard Fournette less than second after the ball is snapped?
Is Poppy okay?
Poppy passed out.
Poppy okay?
Donnie, how simple is it to defend a team like that when they're just giving up on the player? The quarterback.
Should I call Angie Poppy? You need help?
Let him breathe. He's got to cool down, dude. Let Danny.
You
let
see,
Donnie
you see
talk.
what you did, Tom. You see what you did to my beautiful Poppy, motherfucker.
Donnie, how important is it for how easy is it to play against a team that's just basically giving up from a quarterback standpoint so easily on these plays?
I mean, it's pretty easy, especially if you're a well-tackling team, because now the read happens so fast that the ball is out of his hand so fast, you can see the ball being thrown and everybody can react and rally to the play. So I mean, you love that because now you're not attacking vertical downfield. So if the ball's going sideline to sideline to the back and dinking and dunking, that's awesome because now you can just sit back and come up and punish guys.
There's a reason that Trask was active on Thursday night. Guys.
Oh, now you're taking my take.
What?
That's my take.
Somebody said start Trask.
That's my take.
Trask was active. Okay. There's
Hey, you know why? You know why Trask was active and dressed for the first time in his NFL career? They thought this was going to be a fucking blowout, and they're like, hey, if this is off the fucking rails by halftime, let's get the young kid in there and see what he's got. Or is it time for Trask? Is it Stank? You're the Gator.
Hey, somebody's gonna clip this dumbass shit and actually take
full
it
screen.
seriously.
Full screen.
Full screen.
Give me the full screen.
Stank,
Don't
is it?
do
I
this,
will.
man.
Give me
Stank,
the full
I
screen.
will.
Do
Let me
this.
ask you a question, Stank.
Don't do this.
Is it time to hand over the reins to Kyle Trask, who will not be afraid to get hit?
Clip this.
No.
Wow.
I can't believe you said that.
Thank you, God. Jesus,
I agree.
man.
It is not time.
Wow.
We
Or
are-
Blaine. Nobody's saying bench Tom. Jesus. He's just not above criticism.
But you know
And,
what?
hey,
Yell at him a couple times.
Stank
Yell at him
mentioned-
a couple times, though.
Stank mentioned it earlier, or I think it was Donnie, about Brady, Tom's podcast, where he's talking about the Eagles and everything just looks simple. I saw some throws in that game. Donnie, did you watch it or no? I watched it because Jalen Hurts is my fantasy quarterback. So,
I missed
watch
it.
that game or no? Did you
I
watch? You
missed the
watched it,
game.
right, Stank, or no?
What? Say it again. I was reading the
Anybody
chat.
watch the Eagles game this weekend? Anybody?
Yes.
I saw pieces of it. I didn't watch the whole game.
I watched
Stammer, you watch that. The first touchdown to AJ Brown was a ridiculous throw, but dude, he threw that in the double coverage.
Yes.
That's just throwing with confidence. You're just my guy's gonna make a fucking play.
My guy's
We're not
better
playing.
than your guys.
And Donnie was talking about that earlier. That's what we're not playing with right now. We're thinking like we might not make that play. You can't be thinking like that. He just fucking let it rip. My guy's gonna go get it. We're not doing that right now. It's just something's a spice, something's off.
And for all the criticism of Tom, it breaks down all around him all the time too. You got receivers looking like they don't know where to be. Yeah, obviously the fucking left guard has been a turnstile. It's bigger than that, and my camera hates me. And and Tom's just not playing with that confidence, and because of all those issues. So yeah, we can criticize Tom Brady. Okay, you're allowed to. I'm gonna give you guys fucking permission. But is he the problem? No, he's not the problem. He's part of the problem, but he's not the problem. We don't want to see him replaced. We don't want to see Kyle Trask. We don't want to see Gabbert. Maybe,
I hope Tom stays one more
plays.
fucking year and just tells Giselle, fuck you and them kids. Like, I hope he stays one more year.
I got a question. This is important for Donnie. Listen, Donnie. I know you have. I don't know if you've been through a divorce, but I'm sure you've been through a breakup in your life at some point.
No way, dude. Donnie,
Breakup?
dude, he's the Iceman.
Nice.
I'm sure he's broken some hearts.
You gotta cut them loose sometimes, Stank.
See, there you go.
All right.
Gator,
I figured you didn't even put him on the hook. You did your thing,
you
right?
guys are collecting your thoughts, by the way. Ferguson said it. And Vilma in the damn game against Carolina said it. Whoa, I've never seen Tom do that. Tom doesn't. He's just not risky with the ball. He was throwing the triple coverage. That looks like a guy that's just not. Something's off, man.
Yeah, you can tout that one interception number. He almost threw 3, and like it was.
He almost threw 3 against the Ravens.
That's what I'm saying. Last game.
Hey, where was
exactly
that first pass to Mike Evans on the left, where he ran an out route to the left sideline, right to our sideline? That shit was like 15 yards behind Mike. Like,
Did he also make some immaculate throws in that game?
Absolutely,
yeah, he sure fucking did. He sure did.
Off of his back foot too. But I was gonna say, Donnie, how important is it for Tom Brady now that this divorce thing is behind him? How important is it for him to go out there and just get some pussy, man? How important is that?
You just asked Donnie Abraham that, bro, on camera, and you think, hey,
Yes.
the next head coach of the USF, Donnie, turn your camera off, bro.
Don't answer that.
I'm not gonna let you answer it. I'm not gonna let you answer it.
What are you telling your kid? What are you telling your kids when you're the head coach of USF? Kid's got his heart broken. He needs to focus on football. How are you gonna fix that?
I'm gonna tell him ranch or blue cheese.
Get some chicken wings, bro. He's not going there. Nope.
You're gonna give him a King James version of the Bible and be like, "Here you go. This should help you out. See you tomorrow for warm ups." What do you
Good.
Listen, Donnie brings perspective we don't have. I had to ask him. I still feel that we should be sending girls to Tom's house right now. There's no wife there. All of us as fans, like, we should start a GoFundMe and just buy the most beautiful women in the world.
Listen, bro, it's 2022. We don't buy women anymore. And first of all, Tom Brady doesn't need to buy women. Okay?
Okay, then pull off the Derek Jeter, bro.
All you gotta
Live
do
the
is
Jeter life.
post his address.
Hey, Tom
the
Brady
Jeter
could
life.
be
Be able to line around the block.
Hey, you guys remember Invincible when they had the open tryouts? Like, Tom Brady could literally just announce, "I have open tryouts. Here's my address," and chicks would just line up, bro.
Stank would light up,
Line the
dude.
fuck
Stank
up.
would be in the line too.
Tell me where the line's at.
It'd be longer than a damn Disney line, bro. You'd be in there like, "Can I get a fast pass? I'll come back." Okay.
Listen, I'm a journalist. So I'll get right in there, bro. I'll get the whole fucking story.
Listen,
All of it.
Mojo's a big deal, dude. Tiger Woods, phenomenal when he was just banging anything that walked by him. Then all of a sudden
Waffle
that goes
House
away.
goes-
All of a sudden, can't win a fucking major.
Sammer, you may
You
want to.
saying he needs some Waffle House pussy?
You may
Tom
want
needs
to
some Waffle House
chat,
pussy?
Sammer. Penthouse does not sell women. It is a gentleman's
No,
establishment.
Yeah,
Penthouse does not
gross,
sell women.
Jonas.
High
Come on.
class women. Okay?
Gross, Jonas. Okay.
Those are independent contractors at Penthouse, okay? They work for good, decent money so they can go to school, all right?
school.
And they make sure their kids go to private establishments as well so they get a good education, all right? Those women are 501.
AJ
C3.
Johnson is right, bro.
Yeah.
He said, I think Giselle's going for a chick this time because who can top Brady? You're right. Nobody.
Nobody.
Top Brady. You're not
Nobody.
upgrading from Brady.
But my point is this, dude, like the mojo, Tiger Woods needed it. Derek Jeter, phenomenal. And that guy had a gift basket for every girl on her way out. She would sign an NDA, put her cell phone on the fucking basket at the front of at the door, do whatever he wanted that night. And on the way out, she got a signed Derek Jeter.
Bro.
Baseball,
Hey, swear to
a
God.
whole
Swear
gift
to God.
basket, dude.
Swear to God, Sam,
Tom Brady
Sam,
needs to
swear
do
to God.
this right now. Get your mojo back, Tom.
Swear to God, bro, that is true shit. I had a customer of mine.
It's
from
real.
New York. They moved down here. That his claim to fame, like he brag about it at the barbershop. My wife got picked up by Derek Jeter Club.
Wow.
It was like, hey, you get over here. Boom, boom. Little butler, get in the car.
Dude.
Go up to the penthouse.
Hey, you guys are all married,
Hey,
man.
go to the
You-
penthouse.
you-
and hey, dude, legit has a butler, just like Mr. Deeds. Remember?
No
Yeah.
thanks.
Right?
no, I was gonna say you now give your wife a hall pass.
Hold on,
A hall pass?
Sam. Let me finish. Butler, let's check in. Jeter comes in. Hello, how are you? Wine, dine, do the thing, bro. And then all of a sudden, it's like he just gets up and he just went and took a shower. And that was it. And it was like, what now? And it just like, Mr. Deeds butler. Here's some clothes, sweetheart. You can get dressed, and here's a basket with gifts, and there's a car waiting for you downstairs. Just like that.
The basket thing is real. You get a signed photo,
Basket thing is
a
real,
signed
bro.
baseball, and some like ticket or some shit to get to a game or get to like some event or some shit. And it's in a basket on your way out, and you can have your cell phone on your way out. No cell phones once you enter.
Cell phones.
I mean, it's a great program if you really think about it. We should have just.
There's an NDA there too, bro. There's an
There's
NDA.
an NDA. You are
there's no fucking
signing
around.
consent to get boned by Derek Jeter. So all that to say, Tom needs to go get his mojo the way that all these other super athletes got their mojo.
You sign here, Article 7, Line 4.
I will allow Tom
going
Brady
to dick you down.
to stick his vegan
repeatedly.
dick anywhere he requires.
Why are you guys are a little too concerned with Tom getting off the schneid?
It needs to happen.
I think it's
that's
a real
problem.
thing, bro.
It's a real thing, dude.
You don't get in a slump when you get in trouble with your Latina wife and she's like, no.
Remember, I gave up sex for an entire year just to get Tom Brady to come here. Look, people forget that, bro.
And now he's not
People
coming.
forget that.
And now he's not
the Bucs
coming.
won a Super Bowl and
Allegedly.
your business. Hey,
You allegedly gave.
no, he gave it up. The Bucs won a Super Bowl and your business almost went out of business. It's just true. It's just
You
fact.
gave up sex for
Almost
Tom
went
to
out of
come
business
here.
because you had no mojo.
Tom's not coming
None.
here anymore. So we need to help Tom come here one more time so we can win a Super Bowl.
This show's over.
Fatigue makes a coward out of all of us.
By the way, people are saying that shit in the chat, bro. That's a
Show's
shirt.
fucking over.
I've never
Show's
heard
over.
of that. I've never heard of that though.
You never heard that?
No. It's great. I love it, honestly. I'm sending you shirts with that all over it, man. That's
End
great.
the show.
All right.
End
All
the
right. We'll be
fucking show.
back.
Tomorrow? We'll be back tomorrow?
Probably be back tomorrow.
No.
Why not?
No,
No?
we'll be
Not
back
tomorrow? Friday?
It's a dead horse, okay?
Wait, we want to talk more about Tom's sex life?
Talk about the
For
Rams.
a fucking entire hour tomorrow?
No, I want to hear
Rams.
from you guys on Fan Friday. That's what I want.
Wait, Latte, we're analysts, bro. Okay, we're analysts. We're journalists. We owe them to analyze and journalize, bro.
What was Leonard Fournette's yards per carry on Thursday?
So you know what?
Sammer, what was our time of possession last week?
Oh, a lot less than the other team, and not enough.
Stats, baby.
Yeah,
that's
baby,
what
look
people
at that.
tune into this show
Hey,
for.
you know what I'm gonna hit you guys with? Raheem Morris, baby. Stats are for losers.
Losers. Yeah.
Losers.
That's why we're losing. Hey, you know what? Wednesday show, we'll talk all about the trades that the Bucs made. So make sure you
Wednesday
join
show?
us on Wednesday.
That's what we're
Trade
gonna
show,
talk about.
all about the Buccaneers trades. I mean, we made a plethora of moves, and we need an entire show to break them down. We're gonna have,
agree.
Oh, I just got it.
Yeah, bro, you
There's
slow.
gonna be no show because we
You
didn't
slow.
make it.
We're
You're
gonna have
slow.
Adam
You're gonna make it
Schefter,
great.
Ian Rappaport, all of them on the show to talk about the trades that the Bucs
my
made.
sources?
It's gonna be great.
My sources.
So anyway, Donnie, thanks for hanging out and dealing with all the shenanigans and your insight on Young Johnson.
People want cup of latte so bad, guys.
Can't
I'm
get
just
tired.
not. I just don't have the fucking. I don't have the inspiration. Fuck.
Appreciate it, guys. I enjoy
Fatigued.
being on.
You're
every
fatigued.
time.
You're fatigued.
I'm
Locke.
fatigued.
Yeah.
Make a fucking coward out of me, bro.
Making a cow.
Fatigued.
Hey, go Bucks. Tom, go get
Fuck
laid.
the Saints.
Thanks.
Fuck the Saints. You're third place, bitch.
Go get laid, Tom, please.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting